I got to watch the upcoming episode 4, the Doctor Strange one, and I think it's probably the action sequences that kind of matches the Infinity War Thanos, Doctor Strange fight. So I'm wondering what was molding that fight scene like, because it's kind of unlike the T'Challa Star-Lord one. It's unlike the Captain Carter one. It's so distinctly cinematic, for lack of a better word. Can you talk about how you did that, Joel?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm glad you enjoyed that. That episode was was a joy to work on, and definitely a big, heavy episode. We were all very sad the whole time. No.
It was pretty depressing, yeah.
It's you can always tell the personality of people you're working with when they're like, this episode over here is my favorite, and then some people are like, that episode is my favorite. You're like, you're a dark person. But yeah, no, as far as the action sequences go, and that one, we had it's Brian Andrews and his amazing right hand as well, Aram Sarkeesian, who's now the head of story for the series. The two of them collaborating with each other, basically bouncing ideas off of one another. Brian, I believe, actually boarded some of that Infinity War sequence that you're referencing back in the day. And so, when the two of them are in a room, it's amazing to watch. It's a nonstop rapid fire. Brian just being like, and then this, and this, and this, and then he goes spinning around, and then this, and then that, and he goes up and Aram, as he was originally boarding it, was keeping the ground, the battle on the ground to a certain extent. And Brian was like, we got to get elevation. He's like, this dance has to keep, changing and iterating. It can't all be down here. And so he, took him up, took him down, took him up, took him down, all these different ways to just have the scene flow in a beautiful and organic way. The capes fighting each other through that. And so, yeah, so it's just an amazing collaboration between the director and the board artist, that drew it, but also, the collaboration within the animation medium, is amazing, because we got to a point where it was like, this is great, this is amazing, but we're going to get battle fatigue if we keep going from here. We need to reground it in the story here now. Like, what are the stakes? And so, like, Strange needs to get into his head. And, and so we had that whole shadow moment that got boarded.
Yeah.
And, and then everything from there. And it's like, you got to have that last temptation, it's like, well, should he give in to Strange and, bring back his love, Can he kind of identify with Strange Supreme here? And yes, he can, but he chooses, like, no, I can't do it. And then he loses. But it was just trying to not only keep it cool, but also always go back to, what is the story? What are the stakes for the characters in this moment?